What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you stopping by, spending a few minutes of your time here with me today. Today I wanted to really talk to you about the general practitioner of spirituality, because that is gradually sort of the only identification I'm comfortable with putting on myself as far as my spirituality. I am just a general practitioner. I don't really identify, and I'm not interested in identifying as anything. Like, I'm not interested in calling myself any sort of religious title or being involved in any sort of organized religion or fraternal organization or any of that. I'm not really interested in joining any sort of spiritual school of thought. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my own thing here, okay? I'm just a general practitioner. I'm not a specialist, but the spiritual community is full of specialists, right? Like, there are people who specialize in meditation and a specific type of meditation. There are people that specialize in yoga and a specific type of yoga. There are people that specialize in astrology and a certain type of astrology, or the chakras and a certain type of chakra system and thing like this, right? Like, the world is full of experts and shit like this. And the society, the world, people, we value the expert. We value the master, the specialist, right? We value genius as a society. Okay, you will see if you took a peek into any industry, including the industry of spirituality and religion, the experts are the ones who are getting paid the most. They have the most customers or clientele. They're always busy. They're getting the most deals and endorsements and things like this. So we value the experts and the specialists, all right? And it's important to have specialists. Like, it's a good practice to have compartmentalized specialists. Like, think about the medical field. All right? There's a specialist for everything, for every single part of your body. There's a specialist that's assigned to that, right? From the inside out, from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet, there's a specialist for that. And that's good practice, because sometimes there are issues that arise in an individual's health that require this great expertise and wealth of knowledge, just in hopes of knowing something that's going on with you, let alone potentially treat it or even cure it, for God's sakes, right? So specialists, experts, geniuses are very, very important for reasons. In the medical field, when a specialist is called upon, usually it's an emergency. It's a life or death situation, right? So you can see how important they are, and they deserve this money that they get. But there is another type of doctor that I feel like is generally like looked at as not a specialist when they are, and it's sort of like kind of downplayed next to other titles such as cardiovascular surgeon and neurologist and all of these other things. And that would be the general practitioner. Okay? The general practitioner is a doctor who specializes in common health concerns that arise in the general public. Okay? A lot of general practitioners end up working as primary care physicians. A primary care physician is a doctor you would see on a regular basis, even when nothing is wrong with you. Okay, so you would go there for routine things like routine physical examinations, or perhaps immunizations if you vaccinate, blood work, things like this. You would also go see them for like common concerns of health, like the common cold, the flu, back pain, headaches, trouble sleeping, issues with your diet, maybe minor cuts, scrapes, bruises, burns, the occasional hairline fracture, perhaps, etc. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of what the general practitioner or the primary care physician is doing could be called preventative maintenance of the body. In the same way we would bring our vehicle into the mechanic in order to change the oil, switch out the filters, flush the fluids, rotate, align, and repressurize the tires, all in hopes of ensuring, the overall longevity of the car. This is exactly what we're doing when we go and see a primary care physician or a general practitioner, right? We're performing general maintenance on the health of the body. And you will see that the general practitioner has many, many little bits of wisdom that you can apply daily in your lifestyle to ensure a state of overall health and well-being in regards to the body. Now, as far as spirituality is concerned, in the realm of spirituality, the general practitioner, the one who doesn't seem to have any sort of expertise or specialty, or maybe isn't even special at all, right? The general practitioner of spirituality may also find themselves in the role of something like a primary care taker, right? Which means in the world of spirituality, like in the world of the medical profession, the general practitioner is performing the general maintenance of the body, right? In spirituality, the general practitioner is performing the preventative maintenance of the soul. And this is a skill. There's a skill set that allows a person to do this, okay? Now, it's like there are trees, right? With branches, skill branches, and you can climb these trees and go out onto these branches and become an expert, right? But every tree has roots. So at the base of all of these trees that at the canopy are the highest levels of expertise, all of these trees have roots. There is a foundational set of skills here that allow for all of these other things to take place, right? There is a foundational set of skills in regards to life in general that anybody can begin to develop and in fact become an expert in, regardless of how much money you have in the bank or how much time you can find in the day, right? Etc. And interesting, like if you're not interested in the preventative maintenance of your soul, then I don't know what you could be interested in. You know what I mean? So there are these sorts of things, these skills that anyone can develop starting now. And in fact, we all have begun to develop these skills in various aspects to various degrees, whether we know it or not, okay? So these skills, one can become an expert in these things, and they won't make you a doctor, like a brain surgeon or any kind of doctor. You can become proficient or an expert in these skills, and that won't turn you into like a master chef, okay? But by becoming an expert in these skills, you will become a better chef or a better doctor. In general, you will become a better person and experience a better life by developing these skills that anyone can develop. But most people are interested in climbing that tree as fast as possible and getting out on one of those branches. But what happens when that branch finally fucking snaps and you land right here with me? Well, then you're in need of some preventative maintenance of the soul. Anyway, man, until next time, I hope you continue to free your mind.